In this video, you'll master every XLOOKUP function, from VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP to the powerful XLOOKUP. From beginner to expert, let's jump in. First up, we have VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is used to search for a value in a vertical table and return a corresponding result from another column. Here in our Excel sheet, we have a list of students' results. We want to find out their grade based on their name. For example, we want to find the grade for Emily Chen. To do that, we type equals VLOOKUP. Now Excel shows the formula helper. Just press the Tab key to select it. The first argument is the lookup value. In this case, we're looking for Emily Chen, so select the cell containing Emily Chen and press comma. Next is the table array, the full range where Excel should search. Select the entire table. A quick shortcut is press Ctrl plus Shift plus down arrow, then Ctrl plus Shift plus right arrow, press comma again. Now Excel asks for the column index number. Here's how VLOOKUP works. It starts counting from the leftmost column of your selected table. So, column 1, student name, column 6, grade. Since grade is the 6th column, we type 6 and press comma. Finally, Excel asks for the match type. We want an exact match, so type false, or just press Tab if it appears. Close the bracket and press Enter. Now you can see Emily Chen grade. If we check the table, that matches perfectly. And here's the powerful part. This formula is dynamic. If we change the name from Emily Chen to someone else, like Leo Martin, the commission automatically updates to that person's value. That's the power of VLOOKUP. While VLOOKUP works perfectly for vertical data, what if your data is arranged horizontally? That's where HLOOKUP comes in. HLOOKUP works best for horizontal data. To see this in action, here we have the same data set, but this time it's arranged horizontally instead of vertically. Our goal is the same. We want to find the grade for Noah Kim. So let's begin. Type equals HLOOKUP. The syntax is very similar to VLOOKUP. First, the lookup value. Select the cell containing Noah Kim and press comma. Next is the table array. Select the entire horizontal table. Now instead of asking for a column index number, HLOOKUP asks for a row index number. Why? Because HLOOKUP searches across the first row from left to right, and then returns a value from a specified row below it. In our case, the grade is in the 6th row of this table, so we type 6 and press comma. For the match type, we want an exact match, so type false. Close the bracket and press Enter. And just like that, we get the same grade value as we did with VLOOKUP. Now, as you can probably imagine, VLOOKUP is much more popular. That's mainly because most data sets in Excel are structured vertically rather than horizontally. While both VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP are extremely useful, they do come with some limitations. Now let's talk about the limitations of VLOOKUP. Here, you'll notice the data set has been slightly rearranged. This time, the student name column is no longer on the left side. Instead, it's all the way on the right side of the table. And this is where problems begin. Let's try using VLOOKUP anyway. Type equals VLOOKUP. For the lookup value, select Priya Sharma and press comma. For the table array, select the entire data set. Now Excel asks for the column index number. Here's the issue. VLOOKUP always searches from left to right. It looks for the lookup value in the first column of the selected table, and then returns a value from a column to the right. But in this case, our lookup value, the student name, is in the last column, not the first. That means VLOOKUP would need to search right to left. You might think, what if we just use -1 as the column number? Unfortunately, that won't work. VLOOKUP does not allow negative column index numbers. It can only move from left to right, never the other way around. So when you press Enter, the formula either returns an error or simply doesn't work the way we need it to. And this is one of the biggest limitations of VLOOKUP. It cannot look to the left. Your lookup column must always be the first column in the selected range. If the table structure changes, your formula can break. And this is exactly why Excel introduced a more powerful and flexible function. XLOOKUP. Let's see how that solves all of these problems. You can think of XLOOKUP. More powerful, more flexible, and much easier to use. Let's go through 6 different scenarios, starting from the easiest all the way to the most advanced. We're still on the same sheet where VLOOKUP didn't work because the salesperson column was on the right side. Let's try solving this with XLOOKUP. Type equals XLOOKUP. First argument, lookup value, select Priya Sharma and press comma. Second argument, lookup array. This time, instead of selecting the entire table, we only select the column that contains the names. So select just student name column. Third argument, return array. Now we simply select the grade column, close the bracket, and press enter. And just like that, it works. Notice something important. We didn't need a column index number. We didn't need to worry about left or right. XLOOKUP simply matches one column and returns values from another. No more left-to-right limitation. Next, XLOOKUP. Handling errors like a pro. Imagine we type a name that doesn't exist in the list. For example, Wilson. Press enter. You'll see the formula returns #N/A. That happens because Wilson isn't in our dataset, so Excel can't find a match. But instead of showing this ugly error message, we can make the formula more user-friendly. After the return array argument, add a comma. You'll see a new argument called if_not_found. Here, type not on the list. Close the quotation marks and the bracket. Press enter. Now, if the name isn't found, Excel displays not on the list, much cleaner, much more professional. And if we change the name back to someone who exists, like Sophia Rossi, the commission automatically updates again. That's the power of XLOOKUP. Next, XLOOKUP, returning multiple columns. This time, we don't just want one result. We want both the marks and the grade, not just one or the other. And here's where XLOOKUP becomes really powerful. Type equals XLOOKUP. For the lookup value, select Lucas Brown and press comma. For the lookup array, select the student name column, press comma. Now here's the big difference. For the return array, we're not selecting just one column. We're selecting both the marks and the grade column. Close the bracket and press enter. And just like that, Excel spills the results into 2 cells. If you change the name to someone else, like Leo Martin, both values update automatically. This is something VLOOKUP simply cannot do in a single formula. Next, XLOOKUP, using wildcards for partial matches. Here we're working with a slightly different dataset. Instead of students' names, we now have company names. But here's the challenge. Suppose we want the sales amount for Nike. The problem? The company isn't stored as Nike. It's stored as Nike Incorporated. This is where wildcards come in. Let's build the formula. Type equals XLOOKUP. For the lookup value, select the cell with Nike, then type and asterisk. The asterisk means match Nike plus anything that comes after it. Press comma. For the lookup array, select all the company names, press comma. For the return array, select the revenue column, press comma. For if _not_ found, we don't need anything right now, so just press comma again. Now for match mode, we don't want exact match. Type 2. Match mode 2 tells Excel to use wildcard matching. Close the bracket and press enter. And just like that, it finds Nike Incorporated and returns the correct sales amount. If you change Nike to Zara, Excel recognizes Zara Fashion. If you type H&M, it will match the correct company name in the dataset. This works not just for company names, but for first names only, partial product codes, the first few digits of an ID, any situation where you don't know the full exact text. That's the power of wildcard matching in XLOOKUP. Next, XLOOKUP, multiple criteria lookup. Here, we have the same dataset, but this time there's a twist. We now have 2 criteria. The company name, the year. So it's not enough to just find Adidas company revenue. We need to find Adidas company revenue in a specific year, for example, 2025. Let's build this step by step. Type equals X, lookup, press tab. First, the lookup value is the company name. Select Adidas Company and press comma. For the lookup array, select the entire company name column. Now here's where it gets interesting. For the return array, we need to return the revenue, but only for the correct year. So instead of directly selecting the commission column, we nest another XLOOKUP inside. This time, the lookup value is the year. Select the year cell, for example, 2025, and press comma. The lookup array is the row of all available years at the top. Press comma. The return array is the entire revenue dataset. Close the inner bracket. Then close the outer bracket and press enter. Now you get Adidas revenue for the year 2025. If you change the year to 2022, the result updates automatically. Next, XLOOKUP, match mode, approximate match. This is extremely useful in scenarios like bonus calculations, where payouts depend on reaching certain thresholds. In these cases, we're not looking for an exact match. Instead, we want to match based on ranges. Let's look at an example. Here, employees receive bonuses based on the revenue they generate. Revenue greater than 1,000 yields 10% bonus. Revenue greater than 4,000 yields 15% bonus. Revenue greater than 8,000 yields 20% bonus. So how do we calculate the correct bonus percentage automatically? Let's build it using XLOOKUP. The lookup value is the employee's revenue. Select the revenue cell and press comma. Lookup array, bonus thresholds. Now select the column containing the revenue thresholds. Press F4 to lock the range with $signs. This ensures that when we drag the formula down, the table stays fixed. Press comma. Return array, bonus percentages. Select the bonus percentage column. Again, press F4 to lock it. Press comma. For if underscore not underscore found, we don't need anything, so just press comma again. Match mode, the important part. Now comes the key part. Match mode. We don't want exact match. We want exact match or next smaller item that corresponds to -1. Close the bracket and press enter. It's not currently formatted as a percentage. Let's change it to % format. Drag the formula down. Now double-click the fill handle to copy the formula down. Let's test it. If someone made more than 8,000, they get 20%. If someone made 7,000, they fall between 4,000 and 8,000, 15%. If someone made 2,000, they get 10%. Everything works perfectly. Why -1 works. Match mode options in X. Lookup, 0 to exact match, default. -1 to exact match, or next smaller item. 1 to exact match, or next larger item. 2 to wildcard match. For bonus structures, -1 is ideal, because it assigns the highest threshold that does not exceed the revenue. Finally, XLOOKUP limitations, multiple matches problem. But even XLOOKUP has limitations. Now look carefully. Coca-Cola Incorporated has made multiple sales in 2025. The problem? Lookup functions, including XLOOKUP, only return the first match they find. So, if Coca-Cola Incorporated has 4 revenues in 2025, XLOOKUP will only return the first one and ignore the other 3. But what if we want the total revenue for all of Coca-Cola Incorporated? Sales in 2025? Now we need a different approach and use something more powerful. Filter plus sum. Type equals filter, press tab. For the array, select the entire sales values. Press comma. For include, select the company name column and make it equal to the selected name, Coca-Cola Incorporated. Close the bracket and press enter. Now Excel returns all revenue values for Coca-Cola Incorporated. Not just one. But we're not done yet. We still need to filter by year. Add year criteria, edit the formula. Inside filter, after the first condition, multiply it by a second condition. Year column equals selected year. This way we filter by company name and year. Now, Excel shows only Coca-Cola Incorporated. Commissions for 2025. You'll see all 4 values appear. Wrap everything in sum. But we don't want to show 4 numbers. We want the total. So, at the very beginning, wrap everything inside. Equals sum. Close the bracket at the end. Press Enter. Now you get one clean total. If you change the year to 2022 or 2023, the result updates dynamically. That's how you handle multiple matches properly. And that's everything you need to master VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, and XLOOKUP like a pro. Practice these techniques, and you'll never struggle with lookups in Excel again. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more tutorials.